All right, party people, we are now taking a look at the expansion for Paleolithic Dawn of Humanity. And we're going to take a look at both this one and the Seafarers. This one is the first one. The most important thing is they add more boards, they add more resources, and specifically this one actually takes the gameplay up to 6 players. And that way you have enough components and cards for that as well. Now, I'm going to be talking about this one and the other one, Seafarers. Just so you know, you can take all this stuff in and out. You can add any gameplay elements you want. And in fact, if you're going to add all this stuff, now you got a serious, nice little beefy casual experience of a game. Really good family game as you get better at it. Maybe makes the longer game an even great game night game. So I'm just going to say that because some people are going to ask which one do I choose. This video actually splits both up and puts them in there together so you can see how both of them work. But yeah. Big components, and it does this as well. So you remember that you do have animals, okay? These are by far, one's from the Seafarer expansion, and this one's from this expansion that we're looking at right now. Now you have animal powers, okay? So they all count as your extra 1 pip for your rolls, but they also have powers. A lot of them are take that, a lot of them are movement ones, so let's just get to it. Like these two right here are beastly. So this big mammoth here, this mammoth actually, if they share the same space with one of the tribal tokens, it plucks it over and knocks it over to another adjacent place. So that's actually it's kind of like place dominance. This one right here, when it shares the same space with your tribesmen or your cavemen, it knocks them out to the next space, the next adjacent space. So that's pretty interesting as well. This one here is about movement. So you can speed run, of course, the leopard can speed run. So what you can do is if you take, once again, you're going to take the enhancement action. You can move this caveman 3 spaces, up to 3 spaces, but you don't get the resources. You just get good movement, and that gets you to the resources you want, especially if you want to chase jade or something like that. Then you have the swap ones and lost ones. These ones are rough. So this little monkey, if he shares the same space, he can swap a resource with another character, and not food, an actual resource. You have this one right here, which is this one hurts me so bad. Each other player in the same space, so this as the Muntjac, which I've never seen before, must give up 1 own resource, and food does not count. So these are really take that-ish. The dog, this is the least interesting one for me, but it flips over the legendary marker, so you can switch to the other side where you place a resource and roll, or the switch it power as well. And this one is replacing up to 2 artifact cards on the map, and then you place them back in the pile, and then you reopen the same number of artifact cards. So maybe you just don't like it. You can't discard the whole row, so this is actually one of those ways to kind of help with that. And then lastly, in the Seafarers expansion, this helps you move 4 spaces. You definitely want to get to that market situation as fast as possible once you unlock it for your tribe. So there's a lot of different things going on, and I hate to thoroughly explain it, but I just want you to know the full product here, because you're going to have to make a choice between one of the 2 or all of them together. So you should know that this is worth the package or not, in your opinion. And now we'll move over to the Seafarers expansion, which adds market and a couple different things to boost your little tribal tokens those hut tokens as you put them out. All right, party people, this is Dawn of Humanity expansion for Paleolithic. All right, party people, we are taking a look at the Paleolithic expansion. This is 1 of 2. It is called Seafarers, and in this one, it actually has 1 specific action that unlocks a couple different things. It's called enhancements. So as you bring out put these tiles here and collect them, and you're going to put your little tribe villages out there, you also have an option later on a different turn to enhance them. And what you're going to get is one of these 3 little buildings, and they all have different powers. So first of all, you have the outpost. And the outpost, and this is wonderful here because it tells you how many resources you have to pay. And then what you do is you put these little token around your little tribe hut thing there, and then you can have this power. So what it means is when a player comes to the same space as one of your little huts there that's an outpost, it has to have that on there. You get 1 meat, so they have to give you 1 meat. Then you have the market, and this actually relates to this shipboard right here. So if you have that and you are exploring, so remember, you're rolling dice and collecting resources. When you roll that die, so I rolled a 4, in addition to doing your explore action, you would move this 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, like that. All right, so there you go. And as this thing moves up, because let's say other players have that, okay, Once it gets to the top, it activates these trade cards. And these trade cards are worth way more points, but as you can see, they have, of course, higher requirements, but they're worth 6 points apiece. And what they do is they block out the top 3 areas here. The top 3 areas. There are 5 cards there. Blocks out the top 3. Now what that does is it adds another kind of restrictive thing. So the players who have the markets and the players who don't are affected. So you have bonuses for the people who have the market actions, and the other ones who don't. Now when these cards go away, when these top 3 cards go away, the ship goes back, and it goes back on the journey to gather more resources and go up. The last one here is the hut. And once you do the hut, oh sorry, I grabbed the card here. You're going to have to play 3 meat. And in the base game, there is an extra character here. This is a little extra meeple here. Now you can have an extra one. So that's yet another little thing there that helps you gather resources really fast when you do the explore action. That goes right out there. And now you have another way to move around the board and trigger more combos and basically get to the end game quickly. So really what this Seafarers does is add more ways to score and move the game along faster. So I really like this expansion, and that is Paleolithic Seafarers by Shepherd's Kit. Thank you for your time, party people.